Hey. Tiny miracle again.
Yep.
Especially today, this week. So, hey guys, we're here. We're live. It's 2 o'clock on Thursday.
Been a crazy week. Crazy week.
I don't know if it's because it's a short week or what, but it's like the frazzle is at an all-time high.
The fragile's real.
Yeah. But what's cool is now you get a little break from your day. You get to talk to Brian and Jen. We're going to talk to you about content, where to put it, what is it. So, if you think you know some people that might be interested in what we have to say, now is a really good time to hit the share button.
Yes.
Maybe.
Share that we're live.
Yeah.
Bring your peoples in.
Right. The more people we have, the more feedback we get on what you guys need to know, the more we can know what topics to talk about. And we are making nice little bite-sized trainings for you guys. We have some really cool things in the works.
Yep.
So I know that we were just talking about some cool stuff we wanted to do surrounding social media. So I have a lot of people asking me for help with social media, specifically not just Facebook, but now I'm getting a lot of Instagram.
Yes.
A lot of Instagram help. So we're talking about making some nice little tutorials for you guys, some little bite-sized tutorials. So look for me to start a little focus group soon so that I can get some feedback from you guys on exactly where you need us to start with some Instagram training. Yep. So if you know anybody who's interested in any of that, now's a good time to share the video too. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yep, hook up with Jen and, schedule some time with her. And that way, she can walk you through and teach you how to do some really fundamentally cool stuff that will help you with your marketing because, you kind of need it.
You definitely need it.
Yeah, especially in where we're at today. Business, and we're going to hear the sirens coming through. So
here's our public service announcement.
There it is. Yeah.
We're on Manatee Avenue.
And some ding-a-ling fireman or EMS worker just loves that siren. Woo, woo, woo. Gotta love it.
Somebody's talking bad about himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, so you're going to hear some of that. But yeah, your business right now, we're talking about how things are opening up. We got to know what's your situation. Mm-hmm. We need to know. So I know for me, it's been super frustrating, looking up businesses. Last weekend, one of them was on Google. Hold on.
Yep, sorry.
Say a little prayer. Said they were still closed. Mm-hmm. So I had a friend who was sitting in traffic for 40 minutes to get to this restaurant, and it said on Google that they were still closed, but they really weren't closed. So I called them and found out they were open, and she was so glad that she didn't sit in traffic for no reason. But it's important. Letting people know what's up.
One thing I wanted to show you, so Jen's going to talk here real quick because I added a new scene in. Actually, 2 new scenes. So one would be...
That's too much, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Yep. And then, of course, moi.
Oh, that's nice. I like that one. That's very nice, Brian.
So when we really get focused in on my rants, I can focus in so you can see the beads of sweat on my forehead, and maybe you'll get lucky and see a vein pop out or something. Yeah,
that's happened. You could also see how well my mascara is working behind my new glasses I got today, I guess, too. Really, you could probably see that. It's pretty close up and HD. So I think we've given people enough time to share and jump on and understand what's going on. So it looks like we have a couple people who've jumped in. So that's the other thing. On Facebook, if you let us know that you are there, we'll say hi to you. And then at the end, we're going to go through all of these chats and we're going to answer questions. So if you want to ask a question when we're in the middle of the talk, we may answer it during the talk, but we'll revisit it at the end. So feel free to start typing in your hi there's and all that sort of thing, and we'll get to those at the end of the conversation. And Dr. Robin Spiritus from SWAT gave me a nice suggestion. She said it was kind of weird that I was going like this all the time.
We fixed
to read
the
chats. Yeah. So we've got the chats in front of me now, in front of both of us. So thanks, Dr. Robin.
Yeah, but now with her new glasses.
Yes, new glasses today.
She can read it, so.
Yay. Still readers.
Although
but anyway.
It's not written in crayon, so she still might have a little difficulty.
Maybe. A little bit. But today.
Oh, hold on, real quick with the SWAT sisters.
Oh.
We need your logo.
That's right. We're going to put it back here that way.
Yep,
So
show
everything's
a
back
little-
right here
yes.
next to the chamber logo. So yeah. Dr. Robin, give me a little framed SWAT thing about that size, like a 5x7, and we'll stick it back
Yep,
there.
Absolutely. Yep. And anybody else want a little bling bling
Yeah.
back there?
We'll put
'cause
your
I
swag.
got some swag from Flywheel, my hosting partner. So if you have a website that's slow and laggy and poopy,
Yeah. You want to see us
Yeah.
because Flywheel is the best one to go with for hosting.
yep, I'll move you over to my Flywheels, and man, it's just what you get is amazing.
He
So anyway,
geeks out over it.
I do.
But
And
anyway.
I don't lose a lot of sleep over it anymore, like some other hosting companies that I've tried.
Yeah, those make your job harder. We don't like that. So what we want to talk about today is content, because everybody hears content is king. Okay, well, what is content? Where can you get it? What is
Yep.
it? Where do you put it?
So
Why
let's-
is it important?
Oh, here we go. Yep. So real quickly, Deckard and Company, we are a boutique marketing agency. So we offer all these services under one roof. So if you ever need help, we have Jen to help you with any kind of a plan or a strategy, and she would be like a great asset for you to have an ongoing agreement with, so that she can help you.
Yes. Consistency.
Because
That's-
you have more important stuff to do,
Yeah.
like run your business.
Yeah, we're going to have a time versus money conversation at the end of this too, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because one thing that everybody has always heard me say, if you don't have the money, you better have the time.
A lot of time.
Lots of time.
You know.
And who wants to be an expert in every area of their business? I mean, you started your business because you had a passion for what you were doing. Maybe you don't have a passion for marketing and it's like, ew, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure you're doing it correctly, even if you don't like it. So my mom always says, wanting to is not required. You just have to do it. So,
And marketing is one of those bears that you need it, but you don't want to do it because
unless
it
you're
really,
me.
Yeah, it really does take up a lot of time. So anyway, enough of that. Let's
Get into
content.
it. What is content, Brian?
What is content? So, content is stuff that you are going to either pay somebody to write for you, and it's all about curating this excellent content that's relevant to your business, your service, your products, whatever it is you're doing, your organization.
And the idea is value. The
Value,
content should
yes.
bring value.
Yep, and relevancy.
Yep.
Because what's going to happen, is whatever you decide to write about, and you have a decent website, and when I say decent, it doesn't have to be this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous thing. It has to be put together correctly, because when Google comes around and they index your website, they're indexing all your content.
Right.
And the reason for that is because when someone goes to Google, the Google machine,
Yep.
and they're looking for, let's say, your service, whatever it is, let's say
House
your
cleaning.
house cleaning,
Just,
bookkeeping,
yeah.
whatever.
Marketer.
Yep, a marketing agency. They're going to type in, a search query is what we call them, a search query. And it's going to have several keywords. We call that a key phrase. And in that key phrase, if your content that you've created over months, years, however long your website's been around, guess what? Just might show up in their search query.
Your website?
Your website and your content.
Yeah.
So that's why content is so.
It's king.
very
That's why they
important.
say
is.
it.
That's
Because
exactly why they say
you hear us talking about SEO and the Google machine and all the search queries. This is a recurring theme that we're talking about because it's all connected. So hopefully what we're
Yeah.
doing here is connecting the dots for you, because every single word and picture that you have on your website is content.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's one of those things. It's also, so we talked about blogs before.
Yep. And we're going to show you a few examples of what we're talking about. But here's another thing. And I've seen it here lately. I've created, and it pains me to say that one of my clients, they do their own marketing stuff, which is fine. That's fine. I built their website. I built them this great platform to build on. But then they do their own marketing. So what they did is they hired another SEO expert who has taken their website. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want to call them out on it.
Yeah, we're not throwing people under the bus over here.
But they're not doing it right. And
Yeah.
when you land on their website, you have these long titles that's obviously done for SEO purposes, and it looks like crap.
Right.
It's not written correctly, and it's the wrong way to do it. There's
Right.
the right way to do it that actually it keeps everything nice and organized.
Right.
And these
Exactly.
people aren't doing it, and it's frustrating to see that. So if you ever have any questions about how to write your content and to take that content, put it onto your website the correct way,
Let us know.
Yes.
Please ask.
Yes, please ask. Don't go down the
And-
wrong path.
And
make
if
your
it's not
website look
if it's not like your favorite thing to do, like writing things, like some people are like, I would rather go to the dentist, no offense to the dentist, and have my teeth cleaned or pulled than write a blog. So if that's like not your favorite thing to do, there's like such a thing as, what did you call it? Oh, you could have a guest blogger. You can have a guest blogger and you can actually be transparent about it and say, oh yeah, today, like, I have Heather Cannon with Women in Rodeo. She's going to be my guest blogger, and she's going to talk about how she built her Instagram following organically. Like, that's
Yep.
a guest blog. Or
Just make sure you keep your blogs consistent as far as content goes. The guest
Make
blogger,
sure everything matches.
Yes, the guest blogger needs to write about items that are under your types of services.
Yeah.
You know,
like if I was a plumber and I had that guest blogger, it probably wouldn't do me any good.
correct.
It might
Yes.
work against me.
It actually would.
yeah.
You know, so
So that's a guest blogger, and then
you have
you have
ghost blogging.
the spooky ghost
Yeah,
blogging.
the ghost blogging, which would be like, let's say you hired us to write some content for your website. And actually, while I've got this page pulled
Yeah.
up, let me
Let's show.
scroll down here. So just a few items, and and you know what? Here, let me
Just share it.
share
the screen.
it so that you can see the
We have
wonderful Hannah.
amazing copywriter.
So Hannah, she does all of our copywriting. Fantastic writer. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples that
You're going to show the
you're gonna-
transcriptions?
Yes, I'm going to show you all this cool stuff. And Hannah does this. But here's just a few items. Your website copywriting. Your website should be written in a way. And here's where people mess up. Is they think they need to puke out 20 pages of content on one page, and they think they're going to do well in the searches.
Right. Yeah, because it's not always about
Right.
the quantity as much as it is about the quality of placement.
Yep, it's all
All
about
that
the
sort of
quality.
thing.
So, what you need to do is you need to take all that puked up copy that you have thrown out there and connect with a good copywriter like Hannah. And she can take all of your content and write it in a way that is excellent to read. Google's going to love it. And it's not 20 miles long.
Right. So, like, if you have a live stream that you do every week, like Brian and I do, or you have a Zoom conference scheduled that you do, and you'd like for that to be transcribed so that it can become content on your website, Hannah can look at your video and make a beautiful transcription for it into a blog post. So you have instant SEO. So she's doing that for our live streams,
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the live stream that I did last week with Melissa, she's already transcribed it and got a nice page on the site, which is fantastic for SEO purposes for Deckard
not
and
that
Company. Yeah, that one.
Here, this one.
This one. So we have,
Mm-hmm.
keeping you in the know, one marketing blog at a time. And here's all of our live streams are going to be here, and as well as the normal blogs that you guys just put up.
Yep.
So
exactly.
all that's going to do is increase our reach as Deckard and Company across the internet when people are searching for things like email marketing. They may
Correct.
pull up the video I did with Pam on email marketing.
That's correct. And also,
So here it all is. It looks awesome.
Yep, and informed delivery with the USPS.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is looking up information about that, this blog article just quite possibly could show up
Right.
in their search query because our content has it in there.
And then what happens? Deckard and Company gets business. Melissa
Yep.
Picklesheimer gets business, everybody's happy.
Yep.
So when I say we're here for you, I'm not even joking. This is a ton of absolutely free marketing for the businesses that we work with. So
Right.
when you're asked to be a guest, and we are opening this up to businesses at large that are part of the For Real Marketing Group, we want people connecting, growing. So
Right.
add people to that group, and then you might see a business on here. I mean, we're going to word it to where it's relevant to marketing so that it belongs on the website.
Yep.
And there it is, free promos.
Yep, absolutely. And if you're watching this and you have, For Real Marketing Group, there's what, over 80, there's almost 100
Almost 100 people in there now.
Almost 100 people in there now. And in order to make a group work is that when you join a group, you actually do something.
Right, interact.
Interact.
So
So
best thing you can do right now, like I say, you don't have the money, you better have the time. You really want to help people, right, in your network. And you probably network with a bunch of fabulous people like I do. And you want to buy everything from them. But you can't, because guess what? You're going to be broke. So what you can do is what we're talking about right here. Like their posts, make a meaningful comment on their posts, share their posts.
Yep, it's all about sharing.
That's how you do it.
And then also when especially in our you can call it a networking group,
Yeah.
the For Real Marketing.
For Real Marketing,
group. So it's when you do a blog article, post the blog article in the group, and then have people share that, because that's how the networking works.
Right.
It
Works for word of
works for
mouth,
everybody,
advertising, the web crawlers like it. It's just,
Yep.
it's good for everybody.
and you're
Yeah.
creating content. So that's where it all ties in with the content that we're talking about today, is the fact that you are creating all this juicy, relevant content
Right.
that somebody is going to want
Somebody's
to
searching
read.
for it,
Somebody's
yeah.
searching for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and that's how you're going to pop into those searches. So real quickly, this is our Deckard and Company website. I also have my Brian Deckard website, which is, pretty much is just basically all about moi, and it's never completed because I'm never satisfied with it. But it's to the point where I'm actually not.
You don't hate it?
I don't hate it right
Don't hate
now.
it, okay.
So, but the same concept here is that I've created another website that's about marketing, but it's more toward the consultation part. And now I'm starting to create. Let me go to my blog roll. So as you can see, I'm starting to curate content that is all about. What it is I do. And
What it
it's-
is you're doing
yeah.
on this particular
Exactly.
site. And you just said blog roll. So
Yeah.
so that's what this is when you see all the little thumbnails.
Yep.
like
so
that,
your
and
blog roll is basically all of your blogs that are thrown onto a single page, and it lists all of your blog posts. So
Basically, that's what the blog roll is.
Yep.
So don't let that word throw you off. That's all that
oh yeah,
means.
it's just your blog posts all on. it
And I
throws
really
it all
like,
out.
go back to your other page real quick. I really like that you have the share away
Yep.
over here,
There you go.
because you have no excuse now. It's right there. It's a
Exactly.
button.
And I wanted to make it, really nice and simple. So if we go into the blog article, you've got who it was written by, you have a table of contents, and there's the share. Right
Perfect.
there. And the nice thing about the table of contents, which is very popular nowadays, because if somebody just wants to read about, what's this live rag? Boom.
Boom, there it
brings you
is.
right down to it's an anchor, Yeah. Then, of course, obviously who it's written by, and then any kind of comments that you want to make.
Which is awesome.
Yep.
But, so that's one place we just covered, obviously, the website. Super important to put your content on your website.
Correct.
So where else can we put content?
So where else would be a newsletter?
Newsletters. And you
Yeah.
call yours the rag.
I call mine the rag. Not a lot of people even know what that means. But
I do.
Yep, going way back in the day,
It's like another newspaper reference.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Love it.
It's a newspaper reference. So I went with, and my newsletter is called the Right Click Rag. So
It's kind of cute.
Yeah,
It's kind of cute, Brian. I like
come up
that.
with something goofy, but
I like it.
But that's what it was all about, because we use these little things called a mouse.
Yes.
And it's got a right click, and you always right click everything. So
It's true.
There you go. So
The right click, the rag, and then we have our live rag, which is what you're watching right now.
Exactly, and that's why I went with the live rag.
And this is content.
Exactly.
So we can, and where are we
content.
putting this? We're putting this on social platforms.
Yeah.
We're putting it on YouTube. We're streaming actually on Facebook in a couple different places. Deckard and Company's Facebook business page, For Real Marketing Network's Facebook group. So and we're using a streaming service to do that. But point is, it's content, and we're putting it on social media.
Yep.
And then he's talked about his newsletter. So there's a lot of different places you can put content. You can put it out there for everybody in the world on a press release too. That's also content.
Press release, printed materials.
Printed materials.
Yep.
Brochures.
Any kind of an article for publication.
Yep.
You need content, and you need content writers. And you not only need content writers, you want to hire. I can tell you right now, I didn't go to school to be a copywriter.
Correct. Neither did I.
Yep. Hannah went to school
She's
to
so good.
write. She is a writer and editor. So you want to hire somebody like Hannah, so give us a call.
Yes. And the thing about that is it's original content. It's curated just for you.
Yep. And sorry about the sirens.
It's an old building. We have single pane windows.
Yeah.
But we like it.
Yeah. But it's all about original content, and you were wanting to mention a service.
Yes.
So go ahead.
So
mention
I
the service.
have a little service that I like to use sometimes when I'm struggling to create my own content and I need to put something up there for people. And it's called Soundboard. So what they do is they give you curated content with smart things to say. So the post that you would be making, the words that you are going to type about that article are already created along with a couple hashtags. So in the For Real Marketing group, I did share my link. I have an affiliate link for that. So if that's a service that you're interested in using, please use my affiliate link. Check it out. If you have questions, you can ask me. But it's just one of those things that it's very inexpensive, but it's not something you should rely on for every bit of content because you want to curate your own. However, if you only have enough money to pay somebody to do a blog post once or twice a month, and then you want to fill in the blanks, or write an article and fill in the blanks, it's a really good solution. So I'll put the link again in there, or mark it as an announcement so it's at the top of the group. But it's a great little service if you're pressed for time, and you also pressed for money to pay a copywriter if you're just starting out. But you run the risk. You run the risk of other people using
it.
same article.
Right.
So it's something to keep in mind, but it's a good little crutch to have if you need it.
Right. And I would, it's because this is what we do. We do the marketing. If it wasn't for us actually being marketers, I would have to hire somebody to do my marketing. But I would highly suggest that you get into and once you start it, you've got to continue, is doing at least one blog article every month that is written by a professional. And the reason for that, it's going to be written correctly. It's easy to do. And
It's all yours.
Yeah, and it's yours. It is
Nobody else is going to have it.
Content.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to have it. And and the nice thing there is we were talking about plagiarism. earlier.
Yes, plagiarism. That's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Yeah.
And there are services out there that people subscribe to that scroll the internet for plagiarism.
That's all they're doing is looking for
Yeah.
if you've copied something
Exactly.
from someone and not
So
given
they're looking-
credit.
They're looking exactly.
And same with your website. Did you know that your website has to be ADA compliant? And there are people out there that will just search and see if your
Yep.
website's ADA compliant or not and come after you?
Yep. Depending on your
So.
service, it could be mandatory.
Could be mandatory.
So,
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep that in mind. And it's, if you have a WordPress website, it's very easy to fix.
Yeah, let us know if you need help with
Yeah,
that.
let us know if you need help. But it's important. And if you don't do, and I'm here to tell you right now. You know what? Here, let me use my new this thing.
Oh, you're gonna rant.
Yeah, because I'm gonna.
Okay, here we go.
Here it comes. I'm gonna get close. Yeah. Don't pay some dingling thousands of dollars to make your website ADA compliant. because you don't have to. Oh, I had a client that did that and they didn't do anything and it was horrible. Oh, they just wasted their money. And they're a local
And
company,
we don't
which
like
is
we
even
don't like
worse.
that. Sorry, I'm running out of water.
Yeah. So if
We
you
don't like
have-
to see
yeah.
people wasting money.
Yeah, if you have questions, call us. Get a hold of Jen, get a hold of myself, whatever. Don't go down that rabbit hole of paying some dingling thousands of dollars to make your website ADA compliant, and
Yeah.
all they do is create a secondary page that looks like absolute dog crap and pass that on as a ADA compliant page.
Brian
It's
feels
horrible.
strongly about this.
Well, I'm tired of seeing people waste their money on morons.
Me too. Same with the services that say, "Hey, we're going to speed up your website." Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
us know.
Oh, there's another thing. But yeah, so back onto the content.
So back onto the content. And we got to get into Q&A here shortly too.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was going to be a short one today because it was a short week, but apparently not.
Thank you, Brian, for your rants.
Yes,
You're
thank
very
you,
welcome.
Brian.
I'm there for you.
So we did talk about where to put it, and we want to talk about how often to create it. And we did talk about this once before, but we said
Yeah.
once a week is like primo for creating a blog content
Yep.
on a regular basis, but at least once a month.
Yep. And like, and while we're on there, we do when we do SEO for our clients, we're constantly creating blog content. So like with Healthy Water Systems, we are constantly creating blog content. So every single one of these blog articles is there for a reason. It's to create content on their websites. So like Mellow Water Pool Service, they have a blog and
They
there's a
have a
reason
blog.
for that.
Yep.
And here's another, Bahama Blue Pools, we do a blog for them because we do their SEO. So if you are paying someone to do your SEO and they are not blogging for you, time to fire them.
Yeah.
Because that's in my moron category. They're not doing SEO correctly.
Yeah, we don't like people getting ripped off. That's why we get all worked up. Well, Brian does. Plus,
I
the
do.
air's off in here, so I mean,
is
it's not
hot.
working, so it's a little warm.
Yeah.
If you see us getting a little flushed, we're passionate.
So there you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so when we talked about how often to do it, and then where we're going to put it, so that's on your website. But social media, we talked about this a little bit beforehand, like how often. So I get this all the time. How often should I post? What should I post? What time? And that's a whole other conversation. You really should be
is.
looking at your insights on your social media platforms to find out what time of day you're getting the most interaction. Where are your followers coming from? What type of business do you have? So
Right.
we'll talk about that as a separate conversation. But if you want to reach out to me after the live stream or Brian and say, hey, I'm in the blah, blah, blah industry. How often and what time of day is good? We'll help you out. So we just
Yep.
can't cover all of that
Yep. And
for every
soon,
industry because it's all diff.
We'll start talking more about the social, and then we'll bring in Mia, who is our social media guru, and she, when it comes to social media, and you ask how often should you post, every freaking day,
Yeah.
every freaking day you should
Every
be
day.
posting something. And if you're not, you should.
Yeah.
But there again, you want to be there's services out there that you can subscribe to and take what they create for you. But 50,000 other people are probably using that same image.
Right. So you do want to be careful with that.
So that's where it's nice to pay an agency like ours. Yes, we're a little more expensive, but all the content that is created, the graphics, the actual copy, all that is yours.
It's all yours.
curated
and it
for you. So.
belongs to you on your website, which is just going to help
Yep.
help search engines find you and get you more money.
But
which
that's
is-
on the
what
social
you
stuff.
need.
So pretty soon we'll have Mia
Yeah.
in here, and she's just gonna dazzle you with all her.
It's gonna be awesome.
Guru-y stuff.
Going to be awesome.
Guru-y. I like.
So
that
we
term.
guru-y,
I
that's
like
an
that.
interesting word. But yeah, it's accurate.
I like it. Okay.
So,
hey,
all right. Well, we've got some Q&A over here. So, first of all, some of you I can see your name, and some of them I can't. How come? Why is that?
That's probably because some of them depends on where they're watching the video.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
So if they're in the group, I can see their name.
Yep. And if they have their privacy settings set higher, then we can't see it.
I see. All right. So some of you I can see your names, and some of you it only says Facebook user. So I'm just gonna go through the questions, and I'm gonna say hi to Lori because I can see her name, and Robin, and Jesus. Everybody else I can't see your name. So what we want to talk about here. See, we've got a question. What's the magic number of blog posts a month do you recommend? Once a week or 2 a week? And that was Lori. She asked that question. We did kind of talk about that. So it's once a month at the very minimum.
Yeah.
Once a month at the very minimum
Right.
for a blog post. Once a week is ideal. In that
And
once
if you
a
can
week,
do more than that, even better.
even better. It's like
Yeah.
there's no penalty for overperformance.
Right.
So those are the minimums. And then like if you wanted to use a service like Soundboard or something like that for posting on social media, you should use one of those and then 2 of your own curated, that kind of ratio.
Yep.
So and everyday posting is what you should be doing really now.
Yeah. You know,
So that's the answer to that question.
right. And if you
Lori-
wanted to hire us, I mean, our blog articles started $100 a month. Or,
Yeah.
You know, $100 an article.
$100 an article. It's
So
like
that's-
what 500 to 750 words or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's a great value for sure.
Yep. And it's yours.
Yep.
You know, so that's pretty nice. So yeah. So what else we got?
So somebody was asking you a direct question on SEO. So if you're wondering if we're doing SEO for you, if you're a client of ours, that's going to be a separate, I'm assuming you would have a separate charge for that. So there's a separate charge. There's website maintenance that we charge for, and then there's blogs. So it would be a totally separate charge for blogging as opposed to website maintenance. But is there something
Well,
included
here's
in the
the
website
thing.
maintenance?
So if we are doing your SEO, you are getting at least 1 blog article every month.
Okay.
So that is included
In the SEO.
in the SEO
Okay,
price. Is
cool.
You are getting original content created just for you about your product, service, or organization. So
Awesome.
hopefully that answers you. So it's included in the price. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we don't have any other specific questions relating to content right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would just ask for you guys to do is share the video after the fact if you'd
Yep.
like. And really more importantly, let us know what you want us to talk about next week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then week after that is going to be the 3rd Thursday, and I'm looking for a guest speaker. So I'll be putting it out there for you guys. If you're interested, reach out to me. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Who wants to be the guest?
It's gonna be fun. You don't have to come here if you want to be the guest. I can Zoom interview you. I can come to your place of business, and we'll loop it into a live feed at the time on Tuesday or Thursday at 2.
See, she's struggling today.
It's a rough week.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
So-
well, I hope this information helped. I know it's a lot of information about content, and the
Yes.
main thing is just create it.
Somebody
Do
asked the last
content.
little question here. Facebook user. I'm sorry, I can't see your name. I can write my own blog, but I need a blog page. So if you just need a page added to your website, we can help you with that too.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'm assuming you have a WordPress website, so it's very nice and easy to create that page. So let us know.
Yeah.
And I will be more than happy to help you create a blog page.
All
so
right,
that
guys.
You can create some content.
You're ready to go now.
Yep.
I want to see some content. Show me your content.
And be active, for all of you that are in the networking group. Get active.
Get active.
Help each other out.
Help each other out.
Yep,
Like, share,
absolutely.
comment. Super important.
Yep. And if you ever hear anybody talk about marketing and you have a question about what they said, ask. Don't do it until you ask.
Yeah, get clarification.
Yes, get clear. Yeah. It's always
Yeah.
good for a second opinion, just like going to the doctor.
That's right.
Get a second opinion or a third.
We're here for you guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks for watching.